Hello, my third grade friends. Today we are doing Unit 2, lesson number 7. So, it's a couple pages. The first thing that you're doing today is you are practicing your 6, 7s, 8, and 9s, or I guess 6, 7s, and 8s math facts. So, you're going to stop the video in a second. You're going to go through. You're going to quiz yourself. You can fold the page like this and cover the answers. You'll say 1 times 6 is 6. 6 times 7 is 42. 3 times 8 is 24. And you're quizzing yourself. If you don't know, you can peek, but then you say it completely correct so you remember it for next time. So if you're like 7 times 5, I don't know. Peek. 35. 7 times 5 is 35. Okay? You have to help yourself memorize these, and it takes time and effort. So do that now. Do it on the back side too. That's 0s and 10s. And then hit play when you're ready. Okay, so the next part of this lesson is you'll need, I guess this game board is, yeah, you'll need this game board. So I'll show you this game board. I'm going to attach it in my Canvas page thing, but I'll also, you'll see it's pretty easy, something that you can make yourself. Here, hang on. Okay. So do you see this? It's a grid, and it has on this side 6, 7, and 8, and then it has a not a plus, a multiplication sign, and then there's headings on each of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then those are for other numbers that are multiplied by 6, 7, and 8, and then you have 3. So it's 15 spots, 5 by 3. Okay, you can make this at home. If you don't have a printer, you can just grab a piece of paper and make it, or just set it up, know that it's 6, 7, and 8 and multiplying, because you're also using those where are they, those cards that I think are in your book. These cards, you'll use these cards as well, that you've already cut out from a long time ago. Okay, so you're playing these two games. This one's Quotient, Match, and Division, Blockout. You need 2 or 3 players for this one, 3 players for that one. You shuffle the cards, put the division cards without answers side up on the table in 6 rows of 4. Players take turns. On each turn, players choose 3 cards that he or she thinks could have the same quotient and turns them over. If all 3 cards do not have the same quotient, then the player takes them, or do have the same quotient, the player takes them. If the cards do not have the same quotient, the player turns them back over. So with the without answer side is up, the play continues until no card remains. The reason you're doing this is to practice your math facts, but it's just a fun little game. Okay, so talk to your parents, maybe they'll play with you, or any loved ones in your home. Rules for division blockout. So you'll need that game board I just showed you and your division strategy cards for 6, 7s, and 8s. You don't need to write anything on the game board. The first row is for 6s, second is for 7s, third row is for 8s, just like I showed you. And then each player shuffles his or her division strategy cards for 6, 7s, and 8s, making sure the division side without answers are up. And then you repeat steps 2 and 3 above. This time, players will place the strategy cards in the appropriate row to indicate whether the unknown factor is 6, 7, or 8. Okay. There's also rules for this game. Multiplication blockout. You'll need that board again, and you're using, you can read it. You're using the cards to practice your math facts in a fun, competitive way. And then you try to block out when the game board is filled, I think. Okay, so now we're going to work on this page. So we're solving some word problems with 6s, 7s, and 8s. You can have your whiteboard out, and we'll go ahead and get started. So it says, write an equation and solve the problem. Terry counted 32 legs in the lion house at the zoo. How many lions were there? Well, this is, you have to have a little bit of lion knowledge. It's not stated anywhere in the question that lions have how many legs? 4 legs, right? So It's like secret information, so you gotta be on your toes. So this is basically 32 divided by 4 legs equals our number of lions. What is 32 divided by 4? It's a math fact, which I know you've been practicing. It's got to be 8. 8 lions. Number 2, Kyle saw 7 ladybugs while he was camping. Each one had 6 legs. How many legs did the 9 ladybugs have in all? So that's 9 ladybugs, each with, so multiplying, 6 legs. 9 times 6. You can use your finger trick. Put down your 6th finger. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 54, right? 54. Okay. Adam walks 3 miles a day. How many miles does he walk in a week? There's another secret number in here. Do you see it? How many days are in a week? There are 7 days, right? So this is 3. Is it divided by? No, it's 3 miles each day, right? So 3 times 7 equals, what's 3 times 7? 21 miles. Good for him. All right. So I'm going to read these problems. I want you to start feeling like if you can go ahead and pause the video before I do it. So then you can like be challenging yourself. Nancy's dog Rover eats 6 cups of food a day. In 8 days, how many cups of food did Rover eat? Pause, go for it. Okay, we're gonna go together now. 6 times 8 equals 48 cups. Make sure you're also including your label. It's very, very important. The school library has 72 books on the topic of weather. If 8 students shared the books equally, how many books would each student receive? 72 shared equally among 8 students equals 9 books. The 42 trumpet players in the marching band lined up in 6 equal rows. How many trumpet players are in each row? 42 players in 6 equal rows, so divided by 6 equals, hopefully you've been memorizing your facts. What do you think it is? 7 trumpet players. Okay, here we go. Now here's a little sneak preview to the next lesson. You'll be quickly trying to fill in this chart to see how quickly you can answer these questions, and then you'll identify which ones you don't know. So before we do that, make sure you practice your facts, okay? All right, same thing, continuing on. If you're feeling really good about this, you go ahead and you just complete this and then correct it with me. If you want to stay with me, though, you're always welcome to. Number 7, Susan is having a party. She has 18 cups. She puts them in 6 equal stacks. How many cups are in each stack? So 18 evenly put into 6 equal stacks. 18 divided by 6 is 3 cups. Regina made an array with 7 rows of 9 blocks. So that's just simple. There's an array, right? So like rows and columns like that. So that's 7, oopsie, 7 times 9 equals, what's 7 times 9? 63. Mr. Rodriguez plans to invite 40 students to a picnic. The invitations came in packs of 8. How many packs of invitations does Mr. Rodriguez need to buy? So 40 divided by 8 equals 5 packs. A classroom has 7 rows of 4 desks. How many desks are in the classroom? The 7 rows, each with 4. 7 times 4 equals 28 desks. Okay, now we're each going to write our own word problems. If you write your own, it's not going to be the same as mine, but it should be kind of similar, right? Write a word problem for 48 divided by 6, where 6 is the size of the group. So we're going to have 48 total of something evenly into 6 groups, how many in the groups? So let's have 48 stamps on 6 stamps on each page. How many pages? So I put 48 stamps in a book. There were 6 on each page. How many pages? Did I use? Okay. Yours could be something different, but it should have 6 as the size of the group. So I have 6 stamps in each group, but I just don't know how many groups, how many pages. Number 12. Write a word problem for 7 times 9, where 9 is the number of items in the collection. So that would be 7. I guess it's the number. It's kind of the size of the group too. So 7 beads. Or no. 7 bracelets, each with 9 beads. So I made 7 bracelets. Each one had 9 beads. How many beads in all? If you're not sure if your questions are appropriate for these, make sure you ask your teacher. And I will see you guys next time. Practice those facts, okay? Promise me. All right? All right, bye-bye, guys.